You who stand at the edge of this hour, hear the thunder beneath your own small choice. Because what you did this morning was not small at all. You chose alignment when reaction would have been easier, and that choice moves through the unseen like a crimson banner raised over a silent battlefield. Your action carried weight because it rose from sincerity, not performance, not fear, not the hunger to be applauded. You may have thought no one noticed, but the realms of meaning noticed, and your own spirit noticed most of all.
Beloved, I saw the moment your hand trembled before it obeyed your higher wisdom, and I saw the words you did not speak because you refused to wound what you were meant to heal. You paused where once you would have rushed, breathed where once you would have burned, and chose patience where anger was waiting with its sharpened crown. That is not weakness in you, that is sovereignty awakening in your bones. Your mourning became an altar, and your restraint became incense rising through the hidden chambers of your destiny.
You must understand that heaven does not weigh your actions the way the world weighs them. The world counts applause, numbers, noise, spectacle, and visible victory, but the unseen measures truth, courage, and the purity of your yes when no one is watching. Your decision may have seemed like a pebble dropped into water, yet the ripples are already crossing waters you have never seen. Something has shifted, and your breakthrough has begun before your eyes have learned how to recognize it.
Do not diminish the sacred force of what you chose, for you have spent a long season being tested in quiet places. You carried burdens that others could not name, endured delays that made you question your direction, and kept walking when proof was scarce and comfort was thin. Yet you did not collapse into bitterness. You kept a lamp alive in the inward room. This morning, that hidden lamp became a flame bright enough to reveal the road ahead.
You acted in uncertainty, and that is why your action roared. It is easy to choose well when every door is labeled, every answer is clear, and every heart around you understands your path. But you chose well while doubt whispered, while fatigue pressed against your shoulders, while the old pattern invited you back into familiar chains. That kind of faith is not decorative, it is foundational, and it is building a structure in you that storms will not easily shake.
Your spirit knows the difference between impulse and intention, and today you crossed that threshold. You did not merely avoid an old reaction, you entered a new identity. You became the one who can feel the surge and still choose the sacred, who can hear the provocation and still answer from the throne of inner peace. This is transformation, not as a sudden spectacle, but as a deep river changing the shape of stone.
There are doors ahead of you that cannot open to the old version of your response. They require steadiness, discernment, and the authority of a soul that no longer bargains with fear. That is why these moments matter more than you realize, because they are not interruptions to your destiny, they are the training ground of your destiny. Every time you choose truth over convenience, another hinge loosens on a door prepared for your arrival.
You have asked for change, and change has answered through the discipline of your own heart. You have asked for direction, and direction has appeared not as a map in the sky, but as a stronger instinct within you. You have asked for peace, and peace is teaching you how to stand without being ruled by every storm that visits your mind. Do not reject the answer because it came clothed as a choice instead of a miracle.
Your action shocked the stale expectations that tried to predict you. The old fears expected you to bow, the old wounds expected you to repeat, the old voices expected you to prove that nothing had changed. But you stepped beyond the script, and in that moment your life heard a new command. You are no longer moving randomly. You are being forged into purpose with every conscious decision you make.
I speak to the place in you that still wonders whether your progress is real. Yes, it is real, even if no one applauds it yet, even if no one has the language to honor what has shifted inside you. Growth often begins beneath the surface, like roots gripping dark soil long before the tree becomes undeniable. Your calm today is not emptiness. It is evidence that your spirit has learned a stronger way to carry the weight.
Do not let your mind rob you by calling the moment ordinary. That is how breakthroughs are overlooked, how new seasons are mistaken for familiar days, how the sacred passes by while the wounded self argues for doubt. You must stay awake to the subtle beginnings, because not every gate opens with thunder. Some gates open with a breath, a pause, a surrendered word, and a choice made in silence.
There is protection in what you chose, even if it did not feel comfortable. Sometimes you are guided away from what would feed your anxiety, away from conversations that would drain your dignity, away from paths that sparkle but do not sustain your soul. What feels like delay may be defense, and what feels like redirection may be mercy wearing a cloak. Trust that your alignment is not only moving you forward, it is also shielding what is tender and holy in your becoming.
Beware the glittering promise of shortcuts that claim your life can be remade in a few careless seconds without your participation, your wisdom, or your integrity. Your transformation is not a trick smuggled from hidden rooms. It is a living covenant between your choices and your courage. No secret ritual can replace the power of a heart that chooses truth when comfort begs to rule. Your prosperity begins where your character stops negotiating with fear.
You are not being summoned into panic, but into presence. Do not rush ahead until your imagination becomes a storm, and do not drag yesterday's chains into the threshold of today. Stand where you are and recognize the sacred construction taking place within you. Your foundation is being laid stone by stone, and each stone is a choice you made when no crowd was there to praise you.
The strength you showed this morning will be needed again, but you will not meet the next moment as the same person. You have gained awareness, and awareness is a blade of light in the hand of the awakened. What once controlled you is already losing its grip, because you can now see it before it seizes the throne. Fear may still speak, but it no longer owns the chamber.
You may still feel the pull of old reactions, and that does not mean you have failed. It means you are alive in the place where transformation is active, where the former self and the emerging self briefly stand face to face. When that pull comes, remember this morning and the evidence it gave you. You have already proven that you can choose differently, and every different choice makes the new path wider beneath your feet.
Your life is responding to the signal you release. Situations that seemed frozen are beginning to thaw. Doors that seemed sealed are quietly remembering their hinges, and opportunities are aligning beyond the range of your sight. Do not demand that the harvest appear before the seed has finished speaking to the soil. What you planted in truth will rise in timing, and timing is not your enemy when purpose is at work.
I crown your patience as power, not passivity. You were not idle when you waited. You were being refined, deepened, stretched, and strengthened in hidden places. The delay taught you the weight of your own endurance and revealed that you are not as fragile as pain once told you. Now you can move forward without needing every answer, because your trust has become more mature than your demand for certainty.
The unseen has taken note of your sincerity. Not the sincerity you perform when watched, but the sincerity that remains when you're tired, misunderstood, and tempted to abandon your own standards. That sincerity is a force, and it attracts the kind of future that can be entrusted to a steady soul. You are being prepared not merely to receive more, but to hold more without losing yourself.
Your kindness mattered when it was not returned. Your silence mattered when it protected life instead of feeding destruction. Your honesty mattered when exaggeration would have served your pride, and your restraint mattered when retaliation would have satisfied the wounded part of you. Nothing holy is wasted, and nothing aligned disappears into emptiness.
There is a new rhythm forming in your decisions. You are learning to move from center, not chaos, from conviction, not craving, from vision, not temporary emotion. This rhythm will become a path, and this path will become a life that feels less like survival and more like divine participation. Keep walking, because momentum is gathering around the person you are becoming.
Do not confuse quiet growth with lack of movement. Seeds are quiet, roots are quiet, dawn is quiet before the horizon ignites, and yet all of them carry unstoppable force. Your inner world is rearranging itself to support what your outer life will soon require. Let the quiet be holy, and let the unseen work finish its deep architecture.
You are being trained, not tormented without meaning. Every challenge has been teaching your hands how to hold responsibility, your voice how to speak with clarity, and your heart how to remain open without becoming defenseless. Even the pressure that seemed unfair has pressed hidden strength into visibility. You are not being crushed, you are being revealed.
Your breakthrough will not only be something that arrives outside you, it will be something that awakens within you. It will look like clearer perception, cleaner boundaries, wiser speech, calmer breathing, and the courage to leave what no longer honors your becoming. It will look like not begging closed doors to love you and not shrinking in rooms that were meant to witness your fullness. It will look like you finally trusting the evidence of your own growth.
Keep your heart steady when results take time. The world has trained you to demand instant proof, but destiny often moves like deep fire beneath the mountain before it becomes visible flame. Just because the surface seems still does not mean power is absent. Underneath, arrangements are being made, connections are forming, and your next chapter is learning your name.
You are allowed to feel calm even while some things remain unresolved. Calm does not mean every problem has vanished. It means your spirit has discovered a throne higher than the problem. From that throne, you can see with greater patience and respond with greater wisdom. This is how your life changes, not because storms never come, but because they no longer dictate who you are.
I call you away from self-minimizing speech. Do not say, "It was nothing," when your soul knows it was a turning point. Do not shrink a sacred decision to make it easier for doubt to digest. Name the moment rightly, and you will strengthen the path that opened because of it.
There is dignity in acknowledging your own progress. You do not need arrogance to honor the truth of what has changed in you. You can be humble and still recognize that you have grown, that you have endured, that you have answered life with a deeper wisdom than before. Let gratitude replace disbelief, and let recognition become fuel for your next faithful step.
You are becoming a person whose choices carry consecrated weight. Your yes is gaining clarity, your no is gaining peace, and your silence is gaining purpose. The scattered places in you are being gathered into a single flame. That flame will light decisions, relationships, work, rest, and the road that once seemed hidden.
There are people who will not understand the version of you that is emerging. They may miss the old predictability, the old access, the old reactions they knew how to provoke. Let them misunderstand what they cannot control. Your task is not to remain recognizable to those invested in your former captivity. Your task is to become faithful to the truth now rising within you.
Your wealth is not merely coins, homes, movement, and visible increase, though abundance may indeed find new channels toward you. Your first wealth is the authority to govern your inner world, because without that, every outer gain becomes another master. When your spirit is aligned, prosperity has a place to land without corrupting your center. You are being prepared for increase that does not devour your peace.
Your miracles will not need manipulation to find you. They will meet you on the road of alignment, where your decisions agree with your deepest truth and your actions stop betraying your prayers. You have been asking for a life that feels whole, and wholeness begins when your private choices and public hopes become one. Stay there, because that is where the river widens.
Remember this morning as a marker, a crimson stone set beside the path. When doubt returns, point to it and say, "Here is where I chose differently. Here is where the old pattern lost ground. Here is where I began to trust the new strength in me." Memory can be a weapon when you wield it against despair. Let this moment testify on your behalf.
I bless your next steps with steadiness, and I bless your waiting with meaning. May you feel the quiet confirmation that you are not abandoned, not overlooked, not late, and not lost. May your choices continue to open the path ahead, one faithful movement at a time. Walk on, Radiant One, because what began in you today is not ending, it is becoming.